Hey guys, I want to talk with you today a little bit about a small element of life that I think is really important to embrace this mindset at some point. But this is a whole nother thing I'd like to talk about on another day. But let's be honest, life is just jam-packed with rejections. Every day, you could say, every year, you know, your whole time on this earth, you're going to be faced with rejections. And it's just a part of life. And those rejections are things that, of course, can be hard for us to cope with and deal with because anytime you face a rejection, you certainly question your self-worth, I think. And rejection comes in many forms. This could be examined or applied in many different types of scenarios. But just the very general mindset that I think a lot of us are taught to face a rejection with is a reactionary sort of thing. And a lot of times when we become rejected, we we turn around and we say, well, this is your loss. That's too bad. You didn't like what I had to offer. You didn't like who I was, or whatever the situation is. Um, you would say something to somebody like your loss, right? And that is, of course, the correct mentality to have, I think, for anybody that really feels a true sense of self-worth. You walk away really truly embracing that notion and really believing in that. But I think for all of us, we're on this journey of figuring out our self-worth or developing a sense of self-worth or feeling truly powerful in our own skin and truly strong in many different ways, shapes, or forms. And I think a lot of times, we can just say or respond to a situation of rejection with this preloaded canned response of, oh, your loss, whatever, you walk away. But I think for a lot of us, that fades really quickly, and within minutes, you find yourself dwelling on the situation or dwelling on the rejection. And although you might have said those words of your loss just a few moments previously, you still walk away with a really bad feeling deep down inside of you. And I think a lot of us, the natural thing to want to be able to do is to do away with those lingering negative feelings and really, like I'm saying here, like when you tell somebody, hey, it's your loss that you didn't like what I had, I really think that every one of us needs to truly deep down 100% beyond the shadow of a doubt believe that about a situation. And I think there's so many elements that could be roped in here, but I think what really derives those sorts of feelings and the sense of self-worth is when we've gone through the process of self-betterment, we've improved ourselves to the highest degree possible. Of course, all of life is just one continuous game of self-improvement as well. It never stops, but really making yourself into that truly strong, valuable individual of a human being that you are is what constitutes the confidence level or the true deep held belief that, like I'm saying here, when you tell somebody your loss, you continue to feel good throughout your day because you know that to be true. And I'll just leave off here with a really small analogy to give you. Let's just say that you left your house this morning and you had just a plain looking cardboard box in your hands. And inside the cardboard box, you just put, $2 inside of this box, and you close it up. The box itself looks kind of, just basic and plain and whatever. And, people wouldn't really know what's inside of this box if they didn't know that you put the money in there. But anyways, you leave your house and you have in your mind that you're just going to try to walk up to some stranger who you think is worthy of having this $2 or having this box, let's say, and you're going to make an attempt at giving this away. So you walk out, you walk around the town, you finally spot somebody that you think, for whatever reasons, you perceive that they are worthy of having this cardboard box, right? You walk up to the person, you offer them the cardboard box, they look at it, they scoff, they have no interest in your box, what you've got to give them, and they reject you. They turn down your offer, and you walk away with these feelings of, maybe a little disappointment or sadness or whatever. But if you were to say, your loss to this person in this specific scenario here with only $2 inside of your box, you kind of walk away knowing or feeling that, hey, $2 is not a lot of money. This person really didn't miss out on much maybe by not having this box full of $2. And it's just a crappy feeling. And to contrast that, let's take the same exact scenario. The next day, you have the same cardboard box, looks exactly the same, but now inside the box, you put $1 million, right? You close the box up, same situation happens. And let's just say you were able to rewind time and you could go back walking through the city and find that exact same person that you encountered the day before. Well, this time you walk up to them with this cardboard box, you make your offer to them, you try to give them the box, and the same thing happens. They scoff at you, they turn you down, they say, I don't care what you got in that box, I don't want it, I'm not interested, whatever. And so this time there is a very clear-cut difference when you turn around, you walk away and you say, hey, this is your loss, I'm sorry. The massive value that $1 million has and could be used to buy all sorts of different things or quite literally change somebody's life, or all sorts of different things could come about as a person just instantaneously having an extra $1 million in their life, so that when you're walking away from the situation this time, you really truly know that $1 million is worth a whole heck of a lot, and it is valuable, and you walk away probably almost laughing to yourself because you're like, geez, this person doesn't even know what they missed out on. They don't know the value that could have been added to their lives. They would have accepted my offer. And you walk away from that situation probably not dwelling, not thinking at all about the lingering hurt of that rejection or that situation, because like we said, deep down, you just know the value of $1 million. And hopefully at this point, the analogy that I'm trying to draw here is clear. The money, of course, in this small example here is representative of your value as a person or as a soul or as an individual, whatever you want to say. And when you increase that value, or you truly believe that value is of a high level, and maybe the money isn't like a completely direct sort of analogy, like to be drawing with like the worth of a person. This is people, of course, are worth all sorts of different different types of things, like far above the analogy of money, let's say. But I'm just using that as an example to express this sentiment. When you really truly believe that something has value versus when you truly believe that something does not have value, there is a whole different sort of mental and emotional approach to when you face rejections. And that's the important part here. And that's a lot of what I seek to do with this channel here. And a lot of the reason why I'm talking about this stuff is because I think that's an important part of life for each and every one of us, to enhance our value, to truly believe in our value, and to be able to go out there in the world and conduct yourself under this sort of self-held belief about yourself. And when you can do that, when you can embrace that, the rejections will just roll off your back, almost like they won't affect you at all, because like we said, you just know deep down what you've got to offer the world, what you are, and rejection won't bother you. And like I said, rejection can come in many different shapes or forms. It could be a prospective employer, a romantic love interest, a friendship, a family member situation, you didn't get picked for the softball team, whatever the case might be. I mean, there's so many examples where this could be drawn into. But like I said, I wanted to communicate that important piece about, just like I said, when you tell somebody, hey, this is your loss by not accepting what I've got, I really want you to truly believe that deep down about yourself.